I think that time will prove me correct. Time will always reveal someone's true character, and if you put that man in a position of power, his true character will be revealed.
Recently, a UFC fighter by the name of Bryce Mitchell made a statement about Elon Musk. Now, typically, the UFC is very much right-wing, but this statement is a left-wing take. Now, I know this guy has a lot of crazy conspiracies, but I'm not going to be talking about that now. What I want to talk about is what this is really about, and I think this is really about democracy. Now, let me explain. Half a century ago, the United States had a thriving middle class. Back then, political debate centered around how to best, serve the public, whether to expand social safety nets or invest in infrastructure. And these were the proposals by the left. The right still, at that time, relied on free market principles. But over the decades, wealth and power began to gravitate towards the top. And this shift fundamentally altered the political landscape, turning the real divide into a battle between democracy and fascist oligarchy. As wealth, became increasingly concentrated in the hands of the few billionaires, their greatest fear emerged, and that was democracy. Why? Well, because democracy threatens to redistribute power and wealth through measures such as higher taxes, effective regulations, stronger unions, price controls, the enforcement of anti-monopoly laws, and so on. So stop and think for a moment. What do these billionaires do to protect their power? They pour unimaginable amounts of money into anti-democratic candidates, individuals like Donald Trump. While Trump's grassroots supporters, may contribute small donations, the real financial backbone of his campaign comes from billionaires. And, these oligarchs may disguise their influence behind institutions or justify their actions with platitudes about serving the public good, but their true motives are clear: to maintain and expand their power.
And let's just put it this way. He has all the money in this country. He's the wealthiest man in the country, and he wasted on rockets, man. Think about it, dude. He could actually help people with that money, but he don't give a about you. He's got all the money in the world to help you. It'd be a penny to him, and you would never have to work again. He don't give a about you, though. He wants to waste it on rockets and waste it on all these cars that suck. And time will reveal the character of that man. And the more he gets under the spotlight, you can't fake it forever. His character will be revealed, and you mark my words, it will be seen that he is a rat and if I had all that money, I would like to think I would help people more than he does.
So modern day Russia serves as a cautionary tale of what happens when oligarchy takes hold. In Russia, a small group of billionaires control major industries and dominate the political and economic landscape. Elections and the facade of democracy do little to disguise that reality. The United States is not immune. Being called a democracy and holding elections does not safeguard a nation from oligarchy if power and wealth are allowed to accumulate unchecked. Over time, the billionaires, these elites, they create laws that serve their interests, that they manipulate financial markets to their advantage, and they establish monopolies that funnel even more wealth into their pockets. This pattern isn't new. We can look as far back as, the slave-holding white oligarchs of America's past. So the rise of the oligarchy in America is a threat not just to our economy, but to the very soul of our democracy. This isn't just a fight between political ideologies. It's a fight for basic principles of self-governance, of equality, of fairness. To preserve democracy, we have to demand transparency. We have to enforce anti-monopoly laws. We have to strengthen unions. And we have to hold the wealthy accountable. Democracy isn't just a system of government. It's a promise that the power belongs to the people, not just the billionaires and the privileged few. So the choice is ours. Will we stand by as democracy erodes, or will we rise to defend it? So those are my thoughts on how oligarchy threatens democracy. If you find this video interesting or helpful, I'd ask that you consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit the like button. Now, what do you think? Is American democracy in danger? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video.